Now, 31 years later, Jamal was still in prison, serving time, convicted because of bad legal representation, but kept there, in part, because of Terrence's lie. The irony was crushing. The man who had built a movement on justice had helped keep the wrong man behind bars. Or had he? Because the court transcript hinted at something more complex. Jamal had confessed, but later recanted, claimed coercion, claimed he didn't do it. Now Terrence didn't know what to believe. Was he about to free another innocent man? Or expose a guilty one that he had helped protect? And how would the world react if they found out that the man who stood for truth had buried one? Have you ever uncovered a truth so deep, so messy, it made you question everything you stood for? This part is not for the faint-hearted. Stick around, comment where you're watching from, and subscribe. Because the past just walked in uninvited. Terrence hadn't slept. He'd read Nia's letter a dozen times. He knew what he had to do, but that didn't make it easier. So he booked a flight. No camera crew. No announcement. Just him and a notebook. Back to Augusta, Georgia, the place he swore he'd never return to. He drove past the faded basketball court where he and Jamal used to shoot hoops. Past the corner store where Jamal stole gum and Terrence covered for him. Past the alley where they once ran from police. Terrence for nothing. Jamal for something. He pulled up to Nia's house, heart pounding like a drum. She opened the door slowly. She looked older, worn, but her eyes, those eyes still held the guilt of 1994. "I didn't think you'd come," she said quietly. "I had to." Inside, over tea neither of them touched, she explained everything. "Jamal came home that night shaking," she said. "Said it went wrong. Said the man wasn't supposed to die. He begged us to cover for him." Terrence closed his eyes. "And I told you what to say." "Yes, and I did. But the system didn't care about our lie. They had his prints. They had his taped confession. They just wanted to lock up another black kid and move on." "But what if he didn't do it?" Terrence whispered. Nia stared at him. "Then we helped put an innocent man away. And I've carried that on my back every day." Terrence walked out into the Georgia heat, mind spiraling. He called Maya. "You okay?" she asked. "No. And it gets worse. Jamal's been writing letters from prison for years, asking for a retrial. No one ever listened." "You think he's innocent?" "I don't know. But we owe him the truth." Terrence reached out to his lawyer. They got the case files. The original confession. Something felt off. The detective who took Jamal's statement? Detective Frank Rollins. The same man who handled Terrence's case years later. Terrence's blood ran cold. "This guy again," Maya whispered. "That's not a coincidence." They dug deeper. Turns out, Rollins had been involved in over 70 convictions. Nearly all young black men.